Hey dolls, welcome back to another episode of Glum Time with Talion. Today I'm gonna share with y'all my pregnancy symptoms, what I've been going through, how I've been feeling, and how I've been dealing with these symptoms. So I'm gonna share all of the symptoms from the first, the second, and the third trimester with you guys. So if this is something you're interested in, then grab your coffee, grab your wine, and keep on watching. So let's start off with the first trimester. The first, the scariest to a lot of people, because that's the trimester known for all of the morning sickness and all of that. First trimester, if you see me looking down, it's because I have my notes. I didn't want to forget anything, I didn't want to miss out anything, so I have my notes. So the first thing in the first trimester is fever, or not really fever, but I'll just feel cold at night, like not really in the night, but afternoon to the night. I'll just feel extremely cold. That's before a positive test. I'll feel cold, and that's how I found out, because this is not my first time, it's my second time, and then last year I was feeling cold the same way, and same thing this year. So I kind of had an idea, because it's not like a fever literally. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the sun is still out, it's around 5 o'clock, and I'm just extremely cold. That kind of feeling. So also tiredness. I'll just be tired, and even if I sleep, I'll wake up and still feel tired. Mood swings, always in a bad mood, get irritated quickly, I would cry, get emotional for no given reason. This is all first trimester. Nausea, for me, I experienced a lot of that in the first trimester. I'll just throw up like, and they call it morning sickness, but it is not. I don't want to scare anybody out there, but for me, because every pregnancy is different, but for me, it wasn't morning sickness, it was all day sickness. It was like literally all day. Even in the night, I would still feel sick and still throw up. So it's nothing to do with the morning. So I don't know where it got the name from actually. Honestly, the morning sickness the nausea in the first trimester will and all of the mood swings, it will prevent you from eating. So it's like you will not even have any appetite. You don't want to eat anything because you have a fear that if you eat that you will throw up and blah blah blah. You just don't want to eat. Basically, you just want to be like left alone. You just feel so I don't even know how to describe it. It's a horrible feeling. It is a horrible feeling. But even before you get that positive test, you'll start experiencing some of these symptoms, and it's horrible. This is the symptoms that would make you say like you don't want to ever go through this again and whatever. This is it. So when you get to the second trimester, this is now the symptoms for the second trimester. A boost of energy. You wouldn't feel pregnant anymore. You would get all of the energy back. You would not feel sluggish anymore. You would feel like you can do everything and anything, and then baby is not so heavy as yet, because you're only around maybe 4 months, 5 months, so you're not feeling so heavy as yet, and you have all of that energy. You can breathe, you can go up and down. Just be careful and don't do too much. But these are the symptoms you'd experience. Cravings, you'd eat a lot, you'd start eating. Well, for me, basically, because these are my symptoms, what I went through, I started eating a lot within the second trimester, um, craving for different things and that kind of stuff. Um, then I started experiencing braxton hicks contractions. It's like the tightening of the uterus towards the ending of the second trimester. Then most people begin experiencing that. It's like a tightening of the uterus. It will tighten for like 20 to 30 seconds and then it will just release. Start experiencing that from the ending of the second trimester. But the second trimester, honestly, is a time for photos. It's a time to do whatever you have to do, go on all of your trips because you feel good. Getting sick, I was just, baby was just growing, doing his thing, and I was just fine. The third trimester now, moving on, because I don't want the video to be too long. Yeah, the third trimester is when you, well, this is when I started experiencing what you call pregnancy brain. So basically, I would forget everything. Like if somebody tell me something right now, I would forget it. Or if I have to leave the room, go to the living room to get something, by the time I get to the living room, it's like I forgot what I went for and I have to go back and try and figure out what I was going for. What was I going for? That's the first trimester, the last 3 months. Cramps. At night I experience bad cramps because I'm currently in the third trimester, last 3 months. So I experience cramps, bad cramps at night. I would feel my waist like I cannot even describe it, but I would get a lot of cramps. But not during the day. At night, the cramps would be at night only. I don't know why. During the day, I still feel normal. I still walk around normal and stuff. But at night, I'll be struggling like an old lady to get out of the bed. The major issue with the third trimester, that's when the baby is heavy and everything is heavy. Then I was experiencing a lot of heartburn, acid reflux, a lot. Every single day, everything I eat, it would just sit on my stomach and I would feel miserable like every single day. And for the past couple of weeks, it haven't been easy at all. And to help with that, I did a bit of research. I found out like you can chew on some unsweetened gum, because you cannot indulge in all of these sweet things because you might end up with gestational diabetes, which is very dangerous. So some sugar free, not unsweetened, I'm saying unsweetened, some sugar free gum that like when you chew the gum, I realized when I chew the gum I would burp and then I would feel better. That get rid of the heartburn immediately. I think apple cider vinegar, some other stuff, but that's what what I use was the gum. It would help, but I wouldn't go for no sugar free gum. I'll just buy Trident, so whatever. Lightening crotch, this one you'd feel like the baby's kind of playing down there or doing something or tickling something, and then sometimes it would feel like the name says it, or lightning crotch, so you'd feel like lightning in your crotch. Basically you feel like a shock. You feel like the tickling or something. I don't know, it's just an uncomfortable feeling. You can research on it or whatever. Lightening, crotch, this is like, I would experience it a lot in the fourth trimester. Tiredness would come back in the fourth trimester. The tiredness would come back. The nausea would kind of come back for some people, but for me it didn't come back this time. So I don't throw up these days or anything, but the tiredness definitely came back. I sleep a lot during the day and stuff. Sometimes I struggle to sleep at nights, like restlessness and stuff. I don't know, but for trimester, another symptom would be weird dreams. I would just dream of like crazy stuff. Like one night I was sleeping and I was dreaming like the like the baby was kicking and the baby just pushed his hand out through my skin, through my belly. Like wet dreams like that, like crazy stuff like that is what I've been dreaming lately, and all of that crazy stuff. At first I would get kind of worried and say like, oh, why am I dreaming this and blah blah blah, but now it's just a dream. Just leave that alone. It's just a dream. I realize it's just a fourth trimester symptom, dreaming of crazy stuff. The braxton hicks will continue from the second trimester. It would continue into the fourth trimester, and closer to delivery it will get more intense until it turns into real contractions. So the braxton hicks would continue. Another thing with the fourth trimester, I realize I've been moody lately, and I would cry easily for no reason. So if I'm watching an African movie, I watch African movies all the time, and I see something sad, I would just start crying. Or if I hear about a situation or something, I feel bad, I feel sorry for the person, I would start crying and all of that stuff. So yeah, and I had a major problem in the beginning of the fourth trimester. My face started breaking out, so bad acne, bad horrible acne. The first and the second trimester my face was okay, but then from the starting of the fourth trimester my face have been a mess, and I've been trying everything to get rid of it, and it's just there and it's just not going. So I just leave it alone, because I realize it's just another symptom, and after baby it will go away. Eventually it will go away, but for now I just have to deal with that. And the third trimester, another symptom when you're getting closer, well, is the urge to clean. They call that nesting. You just want to be cleaning, you just want to get things prepared. You want to put up the crib, you want to change things around, you want to pack the bag, you want to do all kind of stuff. I have a video coming up on packing the bag, so you guys should subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe so you won't miss out on that video. Most likely I will post this video this week, so subscribe, hit the red subscribe button down below and put the notification bell on so you'll be notified on when I post this video. I think I said everything. But basically the first trimester and the fourth trimester, that's the hardest parts. The hardest parts with the most symptoms for me personally. The second trimester was a breeze, but the first and the last, it wasn't easy at all. But then, of course you have to be praying and trying, and like it's like so long. It's like these days, like it will never finish. Even now, like right now, It's the worst. I feel so heavy walking around and feel like I'm choking and running out of breath, like shortness of breath as I'm speaking. All of that, these are symptoms, because if I have to continue listing symptoms, so many of them, I will not have them list all. So yeah, it's not easy right now. It's not easy at all, but it's totally worth it, of course. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I don't want to make the video too long. That's about it for the symptoms. If I remember any other symptom, then I will always mention it in another video, just like in previous videos I've mentioned symptoms like my acne and stuff. Even if I'm vlogging and stuff, what am I even saying? I will mention other stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.